Hey guys, fuck, I've just been super busy. In fact, I'm on my way to Recoil now to pick up a bunch of their returns that I just sell locally. You guys don't care about that shit. There should be another container coming in that's going to have a bunch of the little stuff that you like the reducers and some other stuff. But I wanted to talk about Greg McKinney. So as Rhombus Beakmaster, I think is his username. He also has another username that's dfrag something or whatever. Anyways, he's the guy that is getting real mad that he thinks I'm trying to skirt out of being wrong or something like that, or whatever it is. You know what's funny is I'll kind of summarize this for you guys. Basically, there's a video by Pete of Hexabase. I'm not sure. I'll put a link to it in the description. Pete talks about that BL is not the end all be all of speaker measurement and also of motor force. And he shows a formula where it shows that, you know, just because something has a what appears to be a high BL product. Remember, BL product is something different than just BL. But so anyways, Greg seems to be really obsessed about this, and I'm a little weird going forward because first of all, he doesn't take anything I say at face value, and so that makes it difficult to have a conversation. Also, he took a lot of things personal when they're not, you know, and he's like, well, you talk trash, and I'm like, well, yeah, if you talk trash in like good spirit, you know, like you know, having fun about, you know, something really nobody cares about, it's an engaging conversation. And some people even said, oh, Patrick, you fell for this troll, you're giving him free exposure. I don't care about giving free exposure. I think everybody should get exposed on YouTube. The only thing well, I'll tell you what it is. I gave him a platform. I even offered to promote his brand, which seems to be called Hurricane Sounds. He won't give me the link or anything like that. I don't know how involved he is. At the time, he only had 14 subscribers. Now he has, like, I think 25 or 52, whatever. Good job for him. I don't care. What I've done to sort of step out of the way, because I cannot perform the quad coil experiment that I want to do. And also, even if I did it, I don't think that would shut him up. Because I've already asked him to make the offer to sort of, like, if you want my time and you want my attention, you're going to have to pay for it like everybody else. And he doesn't want to pay. So what I've done is I emailed BearVids, because right now BearVids is open for video ideas and things like that. That's really what he's searching for. And he's looking for box designs that, you know, you guys say, which I think is funny. It's a fun way to fucking poke fun at you idiots that think bandpass is better and all this other stuff. And it's like, go for it. Okay, so let's watch it. And so he's entertaining you idiots that are watching this, thinking that bandpass is the answer and it's more efficient and all that stuff. Good luck. But BearVids will entertain that. I don't have time for that shit. So what I did was I sent an email to him saying, hey, here's the situation. I believe this. Somebody else says this is different. I didn't get into the personal aspects that Greg seems to be getting into, which again is fine. There's some comments that I've posted on the video, on his video. He's posted back. Go ahead and read the comments. I'm going to mute him here in the next day or so, just because he seems to be getting a little out of control. And in my personal experience, I have two guys and a sibling that basically their last words were a fuck you to me, and then they, you know, took care of themselves. I'm not sure how the rules apply with the AI now. I just been watching a lot of TikTok where they say unalive, you know, because you can't say the other word, whatever, which is fine. I don't give a shit. The idea is the same. I don't want this guy unalived. But I worry about him, and I worry about people like him who just seem to get obsessed. And I know it's not personal to me. I know he's not obsessed with me. He's obsessed about something else, and I don't know, whatever, his dad touched him or something like that, or he got mad that I fucked his mom, or whatever it is. Again, it doesn't concern me and it doesn't bother me. I've asked BearVids to come in and really do more research on it. So he monetizes his videos. He makes way more money than I do. I'm going to let him take care of that. So, but that's for that. Shit, I was wondering if there's anything else. Other than that, I just been busy playing catch up. I took that sick day, and yes, I feel better. Thank you. But I'm still behind. So I got a lot of packing and a lot of orders to take care of. I've been doing my best to take care of the simple orders that come in. Like if you want an amp or something like that from Recoil or from me or whatever it is, I just try to get it out of the shop as soon as possible. And we got some rain the last couple of days, and so it's been a mess. And again, my goal is to get to another facility that is more in line with what I'm looking to do, which is basically import and be a designer on that aspect. So that part of my career. Of course, the rest of it that I want to do is go do comedy and then come visit you guys doing comedy and also talk about speakers and freedom and all that other stuff. But I think that was it. If anything, you guys masturbate more. I was watching this video. There's a couple of people I subscribe to on the YouTubes, and one of their sponsors was this like anti-masturbation club where you get a chub bud or whatever, jack off buddy, and then you guys coach each other like, you don't jack off, don't look at porn. Which is dumb. It's dumb, and that's one of the things that I don't agree with Jordan Peterson. I think his background is just much more, it's different than regular people. Does that make sense? Like, he talks about a lot of good theories and he's got a lot of good ideas, but the thing he has about being anti-porn, that's a problem. Pornography is one of the greatest inventions that we've ever come up with, and it doesn't get enough credit. Again, people in our society as a general consensus ignores the needs of men. Women complain about it, right? And whatever, women empowerment, yay. Go talk about your orgasm. But if a guy talks about, first of all, he can't talk about his real feelings, right? Like feelings of loneliness and wanting companionship and just wanting, fucking a hot girl to listen to his problems or whatever it is, and then take his load. That is insanely discounted in our society. Like, the society tells you that's not appropriate, you're not worth the time or the effort, just go jack off and all that kind of stuff, and it's horrible. And so you have to think about what can we do as a stopgap. And again, I started the campaign Handy's Not Hate, of course, as a joke, but it's also serious. I'm thinking about Greg when I'm saying this, is that, it's like, dude, life is not that important to be taken so serious. Go jack off and then come back and we'll talk about it. Like and of course, I don't want to generalize as far as people in general, because I'm not everybody. I'm not a woman. I'm not used to be a man, woman, or whatever is popular right now. I'm a dude. I'm a straight, white, cisgen motherfucker, okay? And so I know about me, and I know about my urges, and I know about how I've been able to handle that burden of fucking Vinny and Carl, my balls, working overtime, making all the sperms I will never use, and what to do with that. And I'm lucky that I got over the hump, meaning that I'm over 45, where my sex drive starts to become more reasonable and only activates when I want it to, right? So like if I'm on a bus now, I don't get a boner. And again, as an adolescent and a young man, it was very frustrating. And there's no information about it. There's nothing. And everybody wants to shame you. If society treated women this way, there'd be a revolution. So, but again, men. This is again, it's a joke, of course. Handy's Not Hate, #Handy's Not Hate. But it's also real, And again, I just want to bring awareness to men's health. And, you know, they tell you don't go shopping hungry, right? Also don't look for prostitutes while you're horny. Like, go jack off first and then look at prostitutes, right? Then you're like, you're going to make much different choices after you got all the bad thoughts out of your wiener. Okay. So, and if you need it, like, and if you work it into your schedule and manage it like an adult, guess what? It's just a part of life. It's not a big deal. I've talked about this before. In Japan, it's considered a health issue, and you can just go see a girl and, you know, you get that jizz out, and then you go back home to your sexless, angry marriage, and you're fine. And then that's what that's more normal than you can realize. But that's another issue, and that's, you know, that we're not tackling that now. But what you can do is fucking stop this video, stop watching YouTube, because there's no porn on YouTube. Go watch some real porn, go to Pornhub, look up your special recipe, and fucking jack off, and then get on with your day. So again, I hope to be a men's health advocate and show you guys that it's stop being embarrassed about jacking off. You know, stop. I mean, you don't really need a pocket pussy to get into sex toys. I mean, you're still a guy, meaning, like, fucking do it in an affordable way. Fucking $100 pocket pussy? What the fuck, man? Like, just get a fucking rubber glove and spit in it and fucking jack it off, right? Or whatever. So, again, there's not really much information about this, and what's funny is if you do make a video about it, like instruction on how to jack off and how to, you know, take care of it right away, and also even just a professional one, like from the government board of health or whatever, it's not going to happen. You're not going to see it. Now, for women, they'll talk about it, but not for men, right? That's fucked up. So it's up to us to take the, you know, I always say it, the power of peace is in your fists, right there. Fucking, once you get those bad, evil spirits out of your wiener, guess what? You're not, you're really compliant. You're like willing to do stuff. You're like, yeah, oh, I can think again. Oh, I can do these projects. I can be productive. Yeah. But you got to get that out of your system. The dopamine hit really helps as well. So, but because, you know, we're basically all drug addicts. But again, it's about how you manage your addictions, not necessarily that you have addictions. We all have addictions. I'm addicted to breathing, you know, but you manage it, right? Anyways, I love you guys. Keep the questions coming. I love seeing your texts and all that stuff. Again. Even if, I mean, use Google, learn how to use Google, but some people just ask me like advice and all that kind of stuff. Use Google first, and also use that Chat GPT. I have not had time to even fuck around with that thing. I don't know how I would use it, but it's like, whatever. But, you know, report for me. And then also, I don't want to say bombard, but like remind, let Bear Vids know that you want him to take on this test that I have, that especially a quad coil, that if a quad coil is wired in parallel, it's going to have less sensitivity, it's going to have less BL than if all 4 coils are wired in series. And it's going to be quite significant because there's a huge difference in 4 coils, 8 layers versus just a dual coil. So Greg was talking about, he's like, oh, there's a margin of error. So, because like even when the numbers aren't in the favor of his point of view, then he says it's margin of error and escapes out of it. And I don't think that's fair either. So, and you also got to remember that this is audio. Nothing's regulated. This activity, whatever you want to call it, sport, it's not organized. It's not established. And again, it's one of those things that just gets ignored. I think last time I checked, Northwestern University was the only one to offer an acoustics degree, or I think a master's or something, whatever it was, program, but nobody really has the full magnetics, electromechanical type of, you know, nuts to soup to nuts type of course about loudspeakers and all that kind of stuff. There's also some research that I was looking at. Again, a lot of this stuff is really boring and super, super nerdy, and it's like even Even Greg's video, I had to skip around because it was just like, ugh. And then like, you know, his focus is bad and I'm trying to, you know, like this video I'm doing is just me driving and talking to the camera. Again, what I want you to do is just listen to my voice and then have the pictures in your mind. Because again, I have zero production budget. And plus I got to make it right up here. There's this bro back here looking at me. Anyways, yeah, bugbear vids. And then also don't give Greg a hard time. I actually hope he's right. He needs a win. The guy seems like he's really in bad shape, and I feel bad for him. Not like sympathy, but like he's still a guy that, you know, has got balls and needs to jack off a lot. Like he's like the rest of us. So don't make threats. Don't say, you know, somebody said like, let's go over to his house or whatever. Like, don't do that. Have fun. You know, like, again, if he's right, that would be great. I think he really needs the win. If I'm wrong, that's going to help me not... Oh, fuck, I totally passed it. If I'm wrong, then that's going to help me out because then I don't have to take any special resources to make coils weird, right? My single voice coils. Oh, fuck, and it's backed up. Oh, well. That's what happens when you're making YouTube videos. Anyways, yeah, Greg, I hope you're right. I really do. I think the whole issue is kind of dumb. And again, this is just my interpretation of everything I've learned from Dan Wiggins of Adair and Thilo Stompler of TC Sounds. Those guys could even be wrong. I don't know. But I would love to find out, and I would love to have somebody. I think Bearvids is more qualified. And also the fact that he's a third party. He doesn't really have a dog in this race, makes him a better candidate for this kind of thing. Also, he's much more popular than I am, and he could really kind of change the industry with a report like this, like a video like this, really talking about some of the things that I've been talking about. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for your support, and keep the comments coming. And again, if you need anything, try not to email me. Because if you email me, I will just redirect you to the phone. Text me direct, 602-312-6504. Introduce yourself. If you can, in a separate little bubble, have your name, and then another bubble have your address. And it makes it easier for me to copy and paste into my my phone, so that I can put you in the phone. Eventually, we'll have a database online and a website. Again, I'm working on that right now. It rained, and so I'm having trouble doing the inventory. Once I do the inventory, then I can go ahead and apply for a loan or a line of credit. And then once I have that, then I can really afford to have at least one, if not two, real employees, or even just dudes I pay cash daily or somebody like that, some helpers to pack orders and just sort of, you know, be more, I don't like to use the word professional, but more effective and efficient in helping you guys. That's what I really want to do. So, I think that was it. All right, I love you guys. Later.